Hello guys, we have this quadratic equation right here and the coefficient of x is just I, and we have to figure out what the value of x will be using factoring method. But before we start, you know the deal already. Pause the video and give it a try first. And if you are done, let's get right into it. In fact, before we start, I would like to give you two notes. And the first one is that square root of -1 is just I. Then the second note is actually I squared is -1. With this, we can begin by solving. In fact, let's pay attention to the x squared right here. The leading coefficient is 1, so we don't have to pay much attention to that. But instead, we have to pay attention to this 6 right here. So I'm going to copy it down just like that. And this time round, we are going to find two factors that their product will give us +6, but their sum will give us I. But before then, let's see this 6 in the real world. In the real world, this would have been 3 and -2 if this is +1. But this time, it is not +1, but positive I. So how can we going to figure out the factors for that? Check this. If we attach I to each of the factors, let's try and see whether we'll be getting this if we multiply them, and then we'll be getting this I if we sum them up. So let's see. 3 times -2, that is -6. Then we have I times I, that is I squared, which is -1. Of course, this will be -1. -6 times -1, that is +6, as we have it right here. Now let's try to figure out if we sum these two factors, we are going to be getting I. And clearly we can see that 3I minus 2I is just I. So it means that these two factors will actually satisfy this equation right here. So let's go ahead and then write the new equation for that. We have x squared plus 3ix, then minus 2ix plus 6 is equal to 0. This is the new equation that we have now. Now, right from these two terms, x is common, so we can just factor it out. Then the inside we have x plus 3I, just like that. Then from the remaining two terms, we have to be very careful. We can factor out -2I, just like that, -2I. Then the inside will be left with x, then plus, of course, this is really important. We have +6 right here. We have to be careful. In fact, this will be 3I. And if you want to see that you are correct, you need to multiply it back. -2I times x, we have it right here, -2ix. Then -2 times 3, that is -6. Then I times I is -1 times the -6, making +6. So we are good to go. But check this out. We have x plus 3I, x plus 3I right here. They are common, so we can also take them out. X plus 3I. Then right here we'll be left with x. Then this side we have -2I, just like that. And this is equal to 0. Of course, product of two factors is equal to 0. You can actually form two equations out of this. The first one is going to be x plus 3I is equal to 0, and this implies that x is equal to -3I, just like that. So one is this one right here is one of the solutions. Then the second equation, we use or. Right here we have x minus 2I is equal to 0, and this implies that x is equal to 2I as the other solution. So ladies and gentlemen, we have two solutions, this and that, but you don't have to go, you have to verify to see whether these solutions will actually satisfy the equation. So let's go ahead and then check that really quick. So I will just say check. Now when x is equal to -3I, in fact we are going to get -3I all squared, then plus I times -3I plus 6, just like that. Now -3 squared, that is going to be positive 9. Then I squared is just negative 1. Then plus I times I is negative 1 times negative 3, that is positive 3, then plus 6. And this is equal to negative 9 plus 9. Of course, this is 0. So it means that x equal to negative 3i is a solution. In the same way, if x is equal to 2i, we are going to have 2i squared, then plus I times 2i plus 6. Let's see whether we get 0 for that. We are going to have 4, then I squared is nothing but negative 1, then plus I times I is negative 1 times 2, that is negative 2, then plus 6. This right here will give us negative 4, then this will also be negative 2 plus 6. Of course, we have negative 6 plus positive 6, which is also 0. So it means that these two solutions really satisfy the equation right here. So guys, that is pretty much it. I hope you found the video useful. Make sure you give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel for more, and don't forget to check out this video or this. See you again on the next video. Have a nice day. Take care. Bye bye.